So this one seemed to be one of the ones that when I was going through this with the B34 class, a lot of people wanted to spend time on these ones. So pause the video, rewind it if you need to see things explained again. So this first one, all of this was like the big table we had where you had to fill in the missing pieces, but I broke it down into section by section so there's more practice of the same types of things together. So first, we're going to turn mixed numbers into improper fractions. Mixed numbers means I have a whole number and a fraction combined to represent one number. So for example, down here, I have 3 wholes and I have 5 pieces out of 8. So that mixed number for this would be 3 wholes and 5 eighths combined together. What we're trying to do is we're trying to take this mixed number and put it as an improper fraction. With an improper fraction, our numerator is bigger than our denominator is. Our numerator is bigger than our denominator. And do you see a whole number out front there? The whole number is gone. It became part of the numerator. That's how it got bigger. So for improper fractions, there's no whole number out front, just a fraction, numerator, and denominator. So the way we go about doing that is we take our mixed number, we multiply our denominator times our whole number. So 4 times 2, we get 8. Then we take that 8 and we add the numerator to it. We add 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So our new numerator is 11, and the denominator stays the same. So let's try an example together. First, I want to multiply my denominator times my whole number. So I need to do 7 times 4. What is 7 times 4? 28. So then I take that number and I want to add 2. I want to add my numerator. What is 28 plus 2? 30. And now we're ready to build our new improper fraction. 30 becomes my numerator. And like we said before, the denominator stays the same. So my denominator is going to stay 7. So we get 30/7. Our next one, we have 1 and 8/9. 1 and 8/9. What should you be doing first? Denominator times your whole number. 9 times 1 is 9. And then what did we do? Then we added our numerator. We add 8. What is 9 plus 8? If you need to count on your fingers, that's okay. If you don't know it off the top of your head, I remember, and I still do it sometimes. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed. I make dots to help me count. So I'd go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I do 4 dots 2 times to give me 8. So that's how I would get my numerator 17. Where does that 17 go on our new mixed number? 17 is going to be our numerator. And what's our denominator? It's going to stay 9. Go ahead, pause the video. Try the next one on your own. Did you do it on your own? You got your answer. There's work there. Let me see some work. You should do 6 times 2, which gives you 12. Then add 1 to it to get 13. So your new improper fraction should be 13/6 there. Now we're going to go the opposite way. Now we're going to be given these these improper fractions, and we want to turn them into mixed numbers. The strategy I gave my class after I talked with Miss Capriotti and Miss Curtis is we made dots to help us with these. We made dots and we grouped them And then we saw what was left over. So for example, 7/3, I would want to make 7 dots. The order doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. And I want to group them in groups of 3. So here's one group of 3. Here's 2 groups of 3. Can I make any more full groups of 3? The number of whole groups is going to be our whole number out front for our mixed number. So we have 2 whole groups of 3. So we're going to have a big 2 out front for our whole number. The numerator is how many pieces you have left over. How many pieces do we have left over here? 1. And how big were all of our groups? 3. So I have 2 full groups and then 1 out of 3 for my next whole group. Go ahead, pause the video. Try doing 9 halves, just 9/2 on your own. Hopefully you got 4 and 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dots. 4 groups of 2 with 1 left over out of a group of 2. All right, last one, 17/4. Again, try that one on your own, please. I didn't realize all these had 1 piece left over. Here we get 4 full groups of 4 with 1 piece left over out of a group of 4. So 4 and 1/4. All right, the last piece that every person wanted to go over if they looked at the back page. Some people only needed this part on the back page, going from improper fractions and mixed numbers into decimals. So first we have 21/6. What do we do to turn a normal fraction into a decimal? Same thing with improper fractions. We just have to divide them. So let's set up our division problem. Top number goes inside. So I should have 21 on the inside. Make sure you write your numbers on the right side. And then 6 goes outside. And we divide. We've had a lot of division problems on here. How many times does 6 go into 2? How many groups can I make out of 2? You can't. So we put our 0 and subtract because we multiplied. Carry our 2 over there. How many times does 6 go into 21? If you need to write out your multiplications for 6, do it. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 is too big. We need to go as close to 821 as we can without going over. So we need to do 6 times 3. 3 times 6 gives me 18. We subtract, we get 3. Be careful with your subtraction. I've seen a lot of people here put 17. Does 18 plus 17 give me 21? If it helps count up. We're starting at 18, we're trying to count up to 21. 19, 20, 21. That's 3 away. We've got a remainder though, so what do we have to add on here? We've got to throw on a decimal. I don't know how many boxes. I'm just going to start with 2 for now. In these boxes, remember, we add zeros on the right so that we can carry over. And now we've got how many times does 6 go into 30? I've got it to 24 here, so let's keep going. And looky there. 6 times 5 gives me 30. So when we subtract, it comes out nice, neat, and pretty. So our decimal answer here should be 3.5. 21/6 is 3.5 in decimal form. I'm going to have you try the next one on your own, but the next one's a little bit different. Here we have a mixed number. You can turn the mixed number into an improper fraction if you would like and divide, or we know that the whole number, the number in front of the decimal, is going to be 6 point something. That point something is just that fraction piece. So if we keep our 6, all we have to do is divide our fraction. All we have to do is 4 divided by 5 to figure out what that decimal piece is going to be. So go ahead, pause the video, figure out that decimal piece for me. And you should end up with 0.8 for just that 4/5 part. Just that 4/5 is 0.8. We need to make sure we keep the 6 with it too. So we should end up with getting 6.8. Just like with all the other videos, if you need more practice with this, let us know. We can find you more practice. We can come up with them off the top of our head, write them down for you so that you can get what you need. We've got a what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word in English? You gotta advocate for yourself. You need to ask questions if you need something, if you need help, if you have a question. Good luck, guys.